Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. It's been a bit, but this time we're back talking about Sonic villains. Do we need more villains, or more specifically, the main idea of the video, do we need more reoccurring villains? I was going to put it in the thumbnail, but I kind of didn't really know a good way to make it look or sound cool, so that's how I've done it. And the main idea of the video was because Infinite is back from the Chaotix case files. If you haven't listened to it, then one, I'm sorry for spoiling it, and two, you should listen to it, because it's like an audio thing, and it's really cool. It's like 8 episodes long. I recommend it. It's pretty nice. Also, Tangle and Whisper got voice actors in that, so it's pretty cool. It's fully connecting that, like, the comics are connected to the main series. But anyway, back on topic. Does the franchise need more reoccurring villains to, like, come back and forth all the time? And also, it kind of made me think about, like, even the old comic run from Archie. Like, there were a plethora of other villains besides Eggman, and it kind of makes me think where it's like, obviously Sonic's main antagonist is Eggman, will always forever be Eggman, but it's nice to have him fight other characters too, and have them be like other threats, and they could appear as like side quests in like other Sonic games going forward if they're gonna keep the open zone format. You could have other characters appear and have like side quests where it's like, oh no, Surge and Kit are like terrorizing this power plant. You gotta go stop them. And then there's like a level where you run through the exploding power plant and then there's a boss at the end. Just like a little thing like that. I just made that up on the spot. I'm pretty proud of that. That actually does sound pretty cool. But yeah, going on that, because the main roster of villains is like a bit, it's kind of like very 50-50 in my opinion. Like the great ones, you got Eggman, obviously, Metal Sonic, and then Sage now, which is great. Sage is awesome. And then I'd say most Surge and Kid are interesting. I like how there's a dynamic that like directly counters Sonic and Tails. I think that's really nice. And then now I'd say what they could do with Infinite could be really cool if they bring him back in a game in like a really cool, unique way. And then you got like the other half, which is like the Deadly Six, like who kind of cares about these guys? I know Zavik has had a bit of a glow up because of the comics and like a few lines he has in Crossworlds where he like, it's implied that the Zeddy live for like a very long time, like 500 years or something. But yeah, like Zavik's like on the redemption arc, but the other 5 are like still on fraud watch. They're still like the same one note annoying characters. But yeah, that's like only a handful of characters. It would be cool if there was like a longer like kind of rogues gallery of Sonic like villains for him to fight. I know like technically the Babylon rogues are villains, but they're bad guys, but they're not technically like evil. Like they're not going to take over the world. They just want to steal stuff and you know, Jet wants to be rich and they want to win races. So it's not like they're going to like hold the world hostage or anything. They're pretty like smaller case villains. They're mainly racing rivals. Like I'm happy they're there, but I wouldn't really consider them super evil or anything. They'll help when the chips are down. I'm pretty sure they did help in like the Metal Virus arc. So, you know, when shit hits the fan, they'll probably help as well. But it made me think where it's like, the franchise probably does need a bit more like villain, like just a larger villain roster, because there's not too many. That's why I'm happy IDW is just releasing more like villain characters, because I'm pretty sure Starline is not dead. It's like a rule of thumb in comic books. If you don't ever see the dead body, that character is never dead. So, I mean, maybe he might come back. Who knows? He was another pretty good villain, actually. I kind of forgot to mention him earlier. But yeah, other than that, like, also another problem, there's nothing wrong with introducing one villain in one specific game and then having their story just kind of end. You don't have to bring him back, because Chaos' story ended in Adventure. We don't have to bring him back for no reason. I mean, it would be cool if he was like just some random playable character in Crossworlds, like the Werehog is, but we don't have to tie any lore into the spin-off. We can just have him be a playable character. But in terms of bringing him back properly, I don't think they should do that. Same with Mephiles and Black Doom. I'm really happy they were brought back properly because of the time travel stuff with like the Time Eater and all that. But I think it only works because of time travel. Like if they brought them back outside of that without a very good reason, it would kind of feel stupid. And then the same thing with like Dark Gaia, where it's like that story is all said and done. We don't need to bring it back. Yeah, it's like one-off villains in Sonic games. There's nothing wrong with that, and for most part, they're actually pretty good, to be honest. It's just more so it's like, how do you bring them back reoccurringly and still have them be interesting and have new things to do? It's kind of like the problem they had with Shadow, where they kind of didn't really know what to do with his character for the longest amount of time, which is why he wasn't really in any of the 2010s Sonic games, because they just don't know what to do with the character. That's why I think it would be really good for like Surge and Kit to be introduced properly into the main series, because technically they're connected already, but they don't have voice actors, and they weren't included in I was about to say Team Sonic Racing, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Well, they might, who knows? But yeah, I think they'll be really good reoccurring villains because, you know, they've got constant beef with Sonic. They'll always have a problem with him because they're like genetically made to oppose him, and there's like some mental shenanigans there. But yeah, there's a lot of chances they have, which is why I think it's great that Infinite is back, and now Sage is also in the comics, so she's like appeared in even more media now. So she went from Frontiers, Racing Crossworlds, and now she's in the comics. But yeah, I think there is a lot of room for like other villains to like slowly pop up and become reoccurring. And I think they are kind of already addressing this issue, because IDW has even more villains that I'm just remembering as I'm talking about it. Like they got the two, I'm forgetting their character. I think the two, I think Rough and Tumble, that's them. They come back every now and then. They're not bad. They remind me of like Team Rocket-esque villains. That's not bad. They could even appear in the games if they wanted to. I'm forgetting the other guy. I think it was during the Sonic Riders. Yeah, Clutch, the main evil dude with a hat or something. Yeah, it's like they've got the framework down. I just think it would be great if they were implemented in the video games. Going forward, I think that would be pretty cool if they actually did the thing I said before, where they're like little side quests that pop up that you have to deal with these bad guys alongside the main quest. Kind of like how Spider-Man does it, where like you deal with Tombstone at the same time as like, you know, trying to take out Martin Lee. Hopefully people have played Spider-Man, because otherwise that reference makes no sense. I mean, I'm assuming so. It's like one of the biggest PlayStation games. But yeah, I'll leave it there. What do you guys think about reoccurring villains in the Sonic franchise? Because I think it's something they should do, and I think they kind of are already doing it, which is good, especially now because Infinite's back. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll leave it there, and peace out. Have a good one.